Summer and I'm an educator.
And I'm Evie, a student. Today we are talking about a pretty big issue in education.
So in business, if you ignore your customer, it's game over. Shut the doors, fail. And I've got to say, for a long time, education has been pretty lucky. But we've been ignoring the voices of our stakeholders, the students, for far too long.
And frankly, time is up. According to Article 12 of the Rights of the Child, the opinions of children and young people should be considered when people make decisions that involve them, like school, I guess. But I have two questions. Are you really prepared to listen? Do you really believe in my voice?
These are big questions for all of us, and I've got a couple of questions too. I mean, is this something that we should really bother with? Do young people really want to have a say? Should they have a say?
Traditional classroom dynamics often mute the very voices they are supposed to amplify. Instead of active contributors, students become passive consumers. I see more lessons in a week than most teachers will see in a year. You know, where teachers watch other teachers teach. So why don't you ask me what good learning looks like, sounds like and feels like? My teacher does, and the secret is they get it right more of the time for more kids.
There's a clue, isn't there, Evie? That's a big clue for us. Because when we start to partner with young people and ask those questions, it means that we're starting to improve the school and student experience. And when we do that, we're actually improving systems. And then things get very, very interesting. And our research tells us over and over that when young people are agents in their education journey, we see improvements in things like attendance, achievement, and engagement.
Simply put, when we have a say, we're more invested, more engaged, we care more, participate more, and achieve more. Our lives are better, we thrive. This isn't about raising up against teachers or anything like that. It's about recognising that when students and teachers come together as partners, magic happens.
And so it's not just about us paying young people the courtesy of listening to their opinions and their insights. It's actually our obligation.
Not only is it really important for student achievement, but it's also really important for our well-being. For us to be motivated and engaged, we need three things: choice, connection, and to feel like we can achieve.
So what Evie is saying here, it's a self-determination theory. It's very much around this idea that behaviours of humans is self-motivated. And we need three things: the psychological underpinnings of optimal well-being. And they're all about competence, autonomy, and relatedness.
Yet in education, autonomy and agency isn't always authentically considered. My mum's work shows that meaning and purpose is fundamental when it comes to thriving. Shouldn't voice and agency therefore be one of the biggest priorities relevant to education today?
So disclaimer, I'm not Evie's mum. But Evie's mum and I do some pretty cool work across the country and all corners of the world in this amazing thing. So we're looking at learner agency, we're looking at learning design, and we're looking at well-being as well. So we would say from Malden to Manila, from Templestowe to Tokyo, from the NT to NYC. Contexts are very different. We're not denying that. But there's one core thing that remains true from the work we're doing. That all students, and I mean all students, can, and in a lot of great places are, partnering with teachers, with school leaders and system leaders to do this work. We just have to make this the new status quo.
If education's aim is to engage us, then shouldn't the adults in education engage us? We're ready for a chat. We want this to be as great as much as you do. It's about what we learn, yeah, but how we learn. We might have some good ideas.
Yeah, I think you might, Evie. And so it's up to all of us to really listen, not just let young people talk, but listen to their observations, their insights, and their really clever ideas. Because the job that we do, whether we're educators or not, every single day, can be made so much better and brighter if we just open our ears and listen.
Time is running out. The era of dismissing students, our primary customers, need to end.
Whoa. So before we run out of luck in education, and I'd say more broadly, why don't we step into the role of being the student, not the educator? Why don't we let little learners and bigger learners like Evie teach us a thing or two about how to make learning and life a whole lot better, so we can get it more right more of the time for more kids. What our research and our work is showing is that when we tune in here, this is going to be our biggest shot at transformation, our biggest shot at equity, the biggest shot at making things better for more learners more of the time. And maybe even if we get this right, we can make school the best place that anyone can spend their day at.
So I say this for every kid, everywhere. We have voices, we have views, and we are right here. Now will you truly listen?